How's everyone doing today? Swayze here with another episode of Rocket League Decision Making, a series where we find some random player, some random generous stranger off the street. Today that's MadCat. MadCat, how are you doing?
Doing well, mate. How are you?
Living the dream. Let's queue up. Let's just jump into it.
Let's get it.
You told me that your MMR in casual is pretty high. Should I be worried?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost our first game because casual is a really good non-stress environment to practice new mechanics. So, like, my MMR, I think, is around 2,000. Oh, no way! I know these guys! Oh my god! Holy hell! I know these guys. These guys are about my level.
This is definitely gonna make it interesting. Then let's start it off with first question. MadCat, how many hours do you have?
I'm short of 5,000 right now. I've got 4471 right now. Oh, what a pinch!
Awesome.
No!
Perfect.
Oh, god damn it! He blocked me.
So,
I see you.
Any idea? Yep, that one's by me. Any
Wow! What
idea?
a shot.
What your competitive ranks are?
I'm champ 2.
Champ 2. Do you only play 2s? Do you play 3s? Do you ever play any 1s?
I do 2s with my friend, I do 3s for my team, and then I do a little bit of 1s to help my mechanics, but also to help my psychology.
Okay, very nice. Is there one game mode that you prefer over other game modes?
Within straight Rocket League, it's definitely 2s.
Alright, hey, that's fair. I almost feel the same way.
I've got no boost.
I believe in you.
I missed, because I'm a bean.
All good.
Lost the
It's so
50.
funny listening to people
dear.
that have quite a few hours admit when they make mistakes.
Oh yeah, I make mistakes all the time.
Nice.
That's part of being good. You can't be good without making mistakes.
That is very true. So, speaking of mistakes and where you might be able to correct those, how much free play do you do?
I do a lot of free play.
A lot of free
Like,
play. We were talking before I started recording that you treat casual like a place to practice your mechanics as well. Would you say that you use free play more than mechanics, or is it the other way around?
It depends, honestly, on my mood and like whether or not I'm sort of, exhausted. Oh, you dirty bugger! You sent that to the ceiling. I'm gonna ball chase that. That dunk could have been better. It just sort of depends. I don't know. It's sort of like seasonal, but for moods.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a demo. Let's see. Come on. Got.
Ooh, so close.
I missed. It's all good. G.
Let's see if we can get that out of here.
I got this. Waiting.
Perfect. I'm gonna take him out. Now, do you ever do any training packs as well? Is there any that you prefer that you recommend?
Definitely go for like 30, 40, 50 shot packs and consistency packs because they're really good because a lot of them offer a lot of variety. Oh, you dirty bugger. You tried to go for a demo. These guys are so... Oh, I hate this play style. It's not quite ball chasey, but like they're like angsty teenagers waiting to get out of puberty. This is so dumb.
I feel that way every day about my own life.
Oh no, bad touch.
So here's probably I'm coming in for this. The
Yeah,
two
go for it.
most difficult questions. What do you feel like your biggest weakness is in Rocket League?
Game sense. My autism affects me in my decision making. So basically what happens is the rate at which I process information is slowed down about 4 times. So, like, easy example, say you got Champ 1 at 1,000 hours, it'll take me 4,000.
Okay.
So I have to dedicate a lot more time into actually being good, being at that level. And
so this is more a question just for me being curious. Would you take the 4,000 hours back?
would I take it back?
Yeah, or like you happy that you played 4,000 hours of car soccer?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy that I'm playing Rocket League because I don't want to make this a sob story. What a demo. But I lived a lot of my life being told that I wouldn't amount to anything. But here I am. I'm actually a professional player. So I'm getting my name out there. I'm doing what's good for me. I feel like I'm doing... Nice shot. I feel like I'm becoming more of who I want to be. Because I subscribe to the law of attraction from a psychological standpoint, which is if I genuinely want something from deep within my heart, my soul, and my mind, and everything about me, if I genuinely want that enough, the universe will bend to my will.
Oh, nice.
And I honestly believe that with every square inch of my body. There isn't a cell in my body that says that I can't do something, because I know at some point I'll be able to do it. But I've got to have the work ethic and the mindset and the hours to achieve that.
I feel like, MadCat, you're going to be a fantastic choice to do this series. Let's see if we can cut that off. Nice.
Demo.
Now, the flip side of that, what do you feel like is your biggest... I'm going to say that I hit him with a fake there. What do you feel your biggest strength is in Rocket League?
My biggest strength... Oh. Oh no!
I was hoping.
I was hoping too. Hang on. These guys are quite peculiar. Yeah, you bang those. I've got no boost. Go ahead and take it. I'm gonna get this back corner.
Perfect.
My biggest strength sort of blends into a few things. Oh, I couldn't. I had to play it safe. Number one is improvisation. I can get out of just about any sticky situation you put me in.
I can't follow.
So, it's all good. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm back. There we go.
Right.
He's gonna chase this. I've got no boost. So, standalone, you cheeky bugger. He tried to go for a demo. Definitely improvisation. That's sort of an acting skill I learned as well. But my aggression is definitely a strength because it just helps when you have to punch through. So it's sort of like the oh, what was it? I don't know. Like when you need to punch through, it's like instead of using a normal 50 caliber, you put in an armor piercing one. It's just like, it's the same thing, but the energy is more concentrated.
Hey.
So I can punch through almost any line of defense, and there's almost literally nothing anybody can do about it because I'm good, I'm fast, I'm accurate, and I don't want to say I never miss, but I rarely miss.
Do you have a certain style of your play? Do you like being aggressive? Do you like hanging back, midfield, or just all-around rotator?
That also sort of depends on my mental state, because on one hand, I have aggressive aspects that I want to improve. On the other, I love playing passive, and I love making people make mistakes. Like I said, I'm a psychology student. I love psychology. I love studying why people do things, under which circumstance, you know, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and all that sort of reasoning, right? So I love to play passive because it allows me to reflect on past aggressive plays so I can begin to understand and contemplate that information. So like I'll go for a lot more fakes, and I can sort of think in the back of my mind that probably would have been a little differently if I played more aggressive. So it just depends, but it's also stupid funny when you fake the hell out of someone and send their axles to China.
Oh, I don't think there's a better feeling in Rocket League. And then the last question before we cut away, we pick a few moments, we jump back in. Do you ever watch any pros? Do you ever watch any streams? I know
Yes.
that you've mentioned streams, tips, tricks, videos, anything like that. Is there anything that stands out?
Yes. I watch just about every stream I can when I'm free. Kronovi, Karma, and Yukio. Kronovi is more of my passive side because Kronovi's very analytical, but at the very same time, he helps me with my aggressive plays because he's mechanically gifted. You know, he's incredible. He invented I think he invented a few mechanics himself, or just discovered them. I don't know which one. Next is Karma, and Karma, love her to death. She's really good to talk to, but she's also an outstanding player. Karma has a very unique and abstract playstyle that I would consider like the autism of Rocket League playstyles, because again, it's abstract. The things she does isn't exactly conventional all the time, so that makes her stand out. And what's good about that is it's relatable, so that means I can easily apply it to my own. And then Yukio, because he's a keyboard mouse player, so it's more for my eyes to my fingers, because my hand-eye coordination is kind of nutty sometimes.
Hey,
so I don't know. I do a balance of all three.
I think that's a phenomenal answer, and it's going to help when I actually come up with these decisions. So, let's cut away. Next time I'm talking to you, we're going to look at a 4,000-hour player KBM. No, scratch that. KB. Just keyboard. Just keyboard player, and figuring out what you're thinking while we're doing a few things. And we are back, MadCat. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's good.
Living the dream. Let's get it started here. How long ago did we play this game?
Less than a week ago.
Less than a week. How much of it do you remember?
A good bit. I just know that I wasn't really trying.
Alright.
I was just sort of, I don't know, it was more of a relaxing game for me over anything, but the opponents pulled out a few surprises that I wasn't expecting.
They really did. So, actually, our first moment is going to come up right here, and your car's going to swerve a little bit right there. Tell me what you're thinking right now.
Well, obviously, I've got a threat pretty close to my car, and he's perpendicular to my position, so at this point, his other teammate actually has possession of the ball, so he's probably going to go for a demo, which I can more than easily avoid, because it's just sort of like second nature to me to easily avoid a demo without compromising my position or my advantage. So he's probably going to go for a demo or a bump, because that'd take me out of the play longer. From the looks of it.
That's exactly what he's going to try. And the first time I watched this, I actually, because I have written down here swerve. It's literally my notes. And I didn't notice the swerve the first time, and that's really why this brought to my attention. So a little bit of a swerve there. That ball comes over the top. They score. Knowing that they scored, and understanding that that's giving up a goal, are you happy with your decision to avoid that demo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds self-explanatory, but not everyone has that mindset, correct?
Yeah, sort of hit the nail on the head there. But yeah, I was happy with my decision, because I didn't care whether they scored or not, because I knew I was better than them simply because of the way they played.
Okay.
So I knew that if I just let them get one, I can probably establish a false sense of confidence.
Okay.
And then once they started feeling confident, I could bang a few shots, which is actually how we won. I just sort of boomed a clear, and they couldn't deal with it because they were too far up and I think too far apart or too close together, rather.
Confidence is never a bad thing. Nice little clear right there.
Yeah, and I just missed.
Don't worry, you even said it in the game. People will hear it before they watch the second part. So, second moment right here. You're jumping right now. Tell me what's going through your mind.
Easy 50 win, because I'm backwards. I've got a lot more surface area than he does.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go into the middle somewhere, maybe on their side. Hopefully, that's the best result that could come out of this.
Alright. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit off.
Yeah, he bumped me.
He did. I asked one loaded question of video. This one happens to be it. Are you happy with the outcome?
I don't mind, because, like I said, I can just play a mind game on my opponent. I don't have to really try. These guys have a peculiar play style.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if I sacrifice a goal or so, because I know that I can easily find a strategy that cuts through them completely. So 2 goals is literally nothing.
It's always interesting hearing these different perspectives. I'll be honest, I don't like going down 2-0, but, you know, with the confidence like that on my team, I guess I'm not going to complain too much.
Good cross. Takes possession away, but your touch was sort of lackluster right there, but it worked out. Your rotation was okay right there. He attempted a demo. Fake challenge, let you get some action. Reading the play. Really weak shot. Could have been a lot more accurate with it. He had a bad touch. I had a bad touch there as well.
Third moment coming up here in just a moment. Appreciate you letting me take that ball right there. What's going through your mind, MadCat, right now?
I'm either going to score, or with you being in their corner, you're going to follow it up. That's my initial thought when I go up for an aerial, because you have to take into account a few things, like where you are in the field, how much boost you have, the angle of your car, the velocity of both you and the ball, the location of your enemies and your teammates, and how the ball is going to bounce off the wall. So if I don't score, you know, if I can't touch this in an appropriate manner, then you're right there to sort of rebound the ball, and if not, I can beat you on recovery and be back for another challenge.
All right, let's watch what happens. That's going to fly off backboard. Up you go. Double touch. Are you happy with that decision right there?
Yeah. I'm just sad that I didn't double touch it, because that could have made it so much cooler.
Right here, close 50-50. This ball's going to come back. I want to know what's going through your mind right about now. What are you thinking?
The ball's mine.
Is there, what, like, in the mind of the MadCat, what is your next move with this ball? What would you ideally like to do?
Long distance clear. Because what that allows me to do is sort of dump unnecessary information by booming a clear to their side, so that I can then judge what my next appropriate action is going to be. Because Webb is stuck in the corner and he's going in the opposite direction, and his momentum is reversed. So me going toward the ball straight as a bullet, I'm going to get there first, and if push comes to shove, the worst case scenario is I pinch with him, so I win either way.
Okay.
Ham is too far away, so I boom a long shot, which inevitably is a goal by you, because you 50-50 with the wall.
Yeah. Are you happy with that decision? Are you happy with that outcome?
Yeah, because we scored.
All right. Would you have hoped that it would have gone any other way? Would you preferred a more direct pass or a more direct shot?
No, because
just everything worked out.
Because obviously there is a little bit of a skill gap between us, and because of that, I sort of wanted to. I didn't want to be a dick and just hog the ball for myself, because I feel like I can teach by example and lead by example. So what I always try to do, be it, you know, I'm playing some pro games or I'm playing with a lower ranked teammate, I always try to include them in the play so that they can learn what to do when they're with someone who's a bit better than them.
Yep.
So involving you in the play was sort of a way of teaching you how to play Rocket League at a higher level and at an accelerated pace. And we won, so I feel like I did my job and it worked out perfectly.
All right, interesting to hear. This game is going to force overtime. Unfortunately, that's going to go crossbar out, not crossbar down.
Yeah, unfortunate touch.
I wanted it, and I did. A relatively quick overtime.
Yeah. I got the boost. I'm just gonna wave dash recovery, snag that boost. He's gonna go for a demo on me. Sort of missed my trajectory there.
I'm gonna say that I faked there, but something like that. So last moment before we head off. Just tell me, what are you thinking right
now? Web is too far away from the goal because this is a very simple shot that I can do consistently. You come in for a J turn or just a hook shot and then hit it with the fender of your car. Every time the ball will hit the top of the crossbar and bounce in.
Perfect.
Or in this case, top corner.
Upper 90. So, end of the replay. I asked 2 questions before we head off. And then a little bit of a bonus third question for my friend MadCat. Number 1, would you change anything in this game?
Not really, because the offense from our opponents was actually really interesting. Because, like I said, I don't really try in casual, but it was nice to see that people. It was nice to see that they were sort of like trying to keep. Like I'm ridiculously high in casual. My MMR, I think I said this already, is like 2,000, maybe a little above. So like, I know I can beat anyone below that for sure.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see like higher level play from lower ranked opponents. And I could tell simply by the way they played. They were pushing themselves to new heights in particular areas. So it was nice to see something that wasn't necessarily and completely predictable. So I wouldn't really change anything. Because at the end of the day, I played a really good game with my teammate and we won.
I like to hear that. Number 2, in general, overall, thinking about yourself, are you happy with your decisions?
Yeah, I'm always happy, especially if I win. I'm not as happy if I lose, but I reflect on it, and that makes me better.
MadCat, that's fantastic. Before we take off, I'm aware of quite a few things that you do. What would you like to plug right now?
You can go ahead and go to my Twitch. I'm a full-time streamer. I stream from 12 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 to midnight during weekdays, and then 8 to 1 in the morning on weekends. Subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/c/madcat117official, all in one word. You can also follow my Instagram at pyrodriven_kitten. Feel free to follow my Twitter at madcat117. Stop by.
Yeah, we'll be
say hello.
Below.
So yeah.
MadCat, big thank you to you. Everyone make sure to check him out. We're going to cut away and I'll give you my final thoughts. The 5th episode is in the books, and I'll be honest, it's not quite how I thought it would go down. The idea of this whole series is to take one player and examine the decisions that he or she makes. And what seemed to happen in the second half of this video is that it became more of a training session, kind of a, hey, this is what I do, a little preachy at times, to be completely honest. And I think what that did end up showing is how confidence can be both a good thing and a bad thing. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Taking an extra day to think this over, I can't thank MadCat enough. He was a fantastic help to Rocket League decision making, and honestly someone really interesting to get to know. These are never easy, and the viewer yourself gets to see a unique perspective of someone in the upper rankings of Rocket League. So if you're interested in that, please check out his Twitch or YouTube. All of those are in the description. I do want 3 positive takeaways, though, because at times I felt like this video wasn't positive enough. The first is, finding a playstyle that meshes well with you is a wonderful thing. Not all Rocket League players play well together. It's just something that ends up happening. So if you do find someone that you play well with, shoot them a friend request, get to know them, see if you can play a few more games together. It might turn into something great. Number 2, practice, 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 and determination is a good thing, especially with this game. It pays off, and we see it 4,000, 5,000 hours in. And number 3, honestly, there is always room to improve and grow. Don't forget that as you continue your grind. So if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If there's anything you want to talk about, drop a comment below. I promise I'll give you a reply. And subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for sticking around for a long one. Take care.